Brandon Love Sports TV. What's happening, y'all? I'm in my morning workout. Just want to talk about this morning that we got to find a way to get some more cap room as a Lakers organization. And the best way to do it is, like I said, we got to get LeBron James and AD off the books. That's killing our cap room. We have no cap room. At this point, I've sailed the ship. We're not going to make the playoffs or the play-in this year. Because I'm looking at the schedule, they're not going to beat these guys, man. Let's just be honest. You know, we may win 2, maybe 3 games down the stretch. We're going to lose a lot of these games. You know, Patrick Beverley's on a mission. Those back-to-back Bulls games are not gimmies. Some other games down the stretch that I don't think we're going to win. We may be competitive in those games, but I'm going to tell you one thing. I love Austin Reeves, but he's not going to score 35 points every game. And Anthony Davis is just too unreliable. We're paying this guy way too much money to be passive and mediocre. And, you know, I expect LeBron James, if he does come back, to have a couple of stinkers himself because he's, you know, been out for so long. So it's just, I mean, we did too bad too early in the season. That 2-10 start killed us. I'm not pleased with Darvin Ham's lineups and the things that, you know, the bad poor decisions he's made. But it all comes down to the cap. And we have no cap room because LeBron, wherever he goes, he eats up most of the cap. Then he brings in his other superstar, and then he eats up the cap. It just gets to a point to where you really don't have much room for, you know, to sign anybody. I want to re-sign Austin Reeves. So, you know, I believe we can get a team full of good role players to build around, maybe a D'Angelo Russell and maybe a Kyrie. If you get rid of all those other, you know, we get out of LeBron James and Anthony Davis are like sugar and carbs in your diet. You know, you have no success until you get them out. Fried foods and all that stuff. Once you get the fried foods and the sugar and the starch out of your diet, then that's when you start to see results on the scale. So that's the same thing with LeBron and AD. They're killing the stuff and the growth of the team. Now, if those guys were healthy, they were available, that'd be one thing. But they can't stay afloat. We can't stay afloat because they can't stay healthy. They miss too many games, and then sometimes they stagger. If LeBron's hurt, then AD is healthy. If AD's hurt, LeBron's hurt. If AD's healthy, LeBron's hurt. So it's just like you can't get them both on the floor at the same time. They're injury prone, and as Ticket says, one of the guys I watch on YouTube, the best ability is availability, and so they haven't been available. And so whether it's their fault, not their fault, whatever you want to say, you know, and I think it is their fault because they eat up too much capital, and we can have a better roster if those guys weren't making so much money. And this is not me being a hater. This is just me just telling the truth. And so that's what's going to have to happen in order for us to be able to advance to the playoffs next year, you know, because we're not going to go. I'm not even watching it no more. After Utah leapfrogged us last night, it's a wrap. You know, we're going to finish 11th, 12th, and we're going to, once again, LeBron James' era is nothing but a joke in LA. 1 year you make the playoffs. One year you win a championship in the bubble, and the next year you get knocked out in the first round. And every other subsequent year, the year before that, they won a championship. And 2 back-to-back seasons behind that, they didn't even make the playoffs. So yeah, I think Lakers, we got LeBron a little too late. But I still blame him because he's selfish and he doesn't want to give up any money, and he still thinks he can make the money of a guy in his prime when the guy's almost 40 years old and he still wants to make all this money. So I mean, it is what it is, but you know, we're gonna have to come up off those guys so we have some capital next year. All right, guys, I'm out.